Welcome back, folks. I am Jake Ellenbogen, and today we are going to be talking about the little things that the Rams can do to make a huge difference in their salary cap and get it up to $90 million. Before we get into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. You can follow me on all social media at JK Bogan. And of course, if you want additional content, I have a Jake Ellenbogen extra channel that's going to have the new podcast. It's going to have everything. So you can check that out. It is on the channel. So with that said, let's get started. So looking at this Spotrac here, has the Rams at $52.3 million. Now, mind you, right here, you're going to take away about 12 of that for the draft. So that will be, around $40 million in effective cap space. So, okay. How do we get to this number being over 90 or around 90? Well, let's just go one by one here. Matthew Stafford. As you can see, you can release him. These are all the options, of course. I'm not going to release Matthew Stafford. You can trade him. You could base salary restructure, which is what we're going to do. When you base salary restructure, you move this number 19.8. So obviously that's a 49.5 million 2024 cap figure that now goes down to 29.6. Saves you almost 20 million. You're up to 72 just like that. Drop of the hat. Now, Aaron Donald. This is a little different. So Aaron Donald, you cannot restructure. This is his last year. His last year, of course, brings a $34 million cap figure. However, I believe that the Rams are going to give him an extension. I think even though his contract expires 2025, I think they're going to give him an extension, maybe 2, maybe 3 year, and I think that will be it for Donald. I think he is going to push for another extension or retire after this season. But I'll tell you right now, if they do that, they're not going to do an extension just for the hell of it. They're going to do an extension to lower this cap number. So we'll lower this by about $7.1 million. That puts him at about 79 million, 79.3. So next up, you got Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp has a $29.7 million cap figure in 2024. He's 31 years old. His contract expires in 2027. Now, keep in mind, if you restructure, you are moving money around. So by restructuring Cooper Kupp's contract, if he has, a down year this year, and, last year, obviously, he was just destroyed by injuries, but if he has another down year, this could look really bad. The Rams wouldn't be able to get out of this because you're moving this money down the road. Like, oh yeah, that's tomorrow's problem. Today, though, that's not a problem. So at 29.7, I think this is a 50-50 chance of happening. I think the Rams will definitely restructure Matthew Stafford. I do think they're going to give Aaron Donald a new contract that helps them cap figure-wise in 2024. Maybe this goes down even more, but I think it's fair to say about $7 million is good enough. Cooper Kupp, you restructure here, brings the cap figure down to $20.5 million, saves you $9.25 million, and now all of a sudden the Rams have $88.6 million in cap space. And now this is important because I want anybody who is considering right now in the comments section, if you haven't already, considering challenging this and saying this is not realistic, this is not real. They have, obviously the total cap available is $255 million as per the NFL. I'm going to tell you right now, this is right. This is indeed right. And the reason why is because it has the Rams $7.6 million cap rollover from 2023 that they get to bring into 2024. So that is why that's 263. And this is accurate. you would save $36.2 million by just restructuring two of your biggest names on the contract and re-signing Aaron Donald in a way that puts this cap figure lower. So, with that said, what else can you do? You can restructure Rob Havenstein. Now, Havenstein has a $14.7 million cap number. You're not going to be able to get much out of it, but you can get that down to 12, and it makes sense because Havenstein's playing at a good level. You don't really worry about pushing that money down the curb because you're going to have a lot of cap space next year, well over 100. So if you wanted this extra $2 million, 2.6, that could be a player contract this year. You could do that. And that would put you at $91.2 million in cap space. You could restructure Higbee, who has 11.4 cap figure. His contract expires in 2026. That would not even save you $2 million, but you could restructure him. So what's up next? Well, you notice we skipped over Joseph Noteboom. Now, the Rams here are in a little bit of an interesting predicament. Noteboom's contract has not worked out. They can either see it through the rest of the year on the most ridiculous cap figure that you can imagine. Paying $20 million to likely a backup tackle is something. They're not going to do that. They're not going to. They could trade him. They could release him. Now, they're going to release him. I'm telling you that right now. The question is, and I want to make this very clear for anybody that's wondering why they wouldn't just cut him post-June 1st. Everyone's been asking, why not do a post-June 1st thing? And I'm going to show you exactly why I wouldn't. So, let's take a look at Joseph Noteboom, right? This contract here, of course, I love these, so obnoxious. Okay. He's 29. It is 2024. You do have that opt-out. Look, it says $15 million dead cap. So, what do they mean by that? Well, this is the full scope of things. The Rams, as of today, until the 18th, they can release Joseph Noteboom and save $5 million and incur $15 million in dead money. Now, keep in mind, when you hear dead money, you think of money that's just gone, right? Well, it's a little different with this because since it's the same year that we're not talking about the future. So dead money is already factored in. You're basically saving $5 million. You don't get anything back. You're not saving anything, but his $20 million cap figure is essentially going to be $15 million. That's how you have to look at it. You save $5 million. However, if you decide after the 18th, in between the 1st, to cut him, you save nothing. Nothing at all. And there's a reason for that. Because that's when his roster bonus is due. See, this is why you look at the fine print, the contract notes. This stuff is important. So right here is the roster bonus for Joseph Noteboom. It's due on the 18th. So the 19th, he's already been paid. That money is now $20 million, and you can't save anything. However, this is when people ask, what about June 1st, post June 1st? And that's when we talk about over here. And also this same thing goes for the trade. Trade, release, doesn't really matter. It's the same deal. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Because post June 1st, this is why it's not as simple as just saying, oh, just release him post June 1st designation. Because first off, you do not get that cap space until after June 1st. Period. You can't designate somebody now and have the cap space that you would have had for the time being. That's not how it works. So make sure that you're not thinking that because that is wrong and it will trip you up. So look, if the Rams designate Joseph Noteboom as a post-June 1st release, they are going to incur $5 million in dead money. They are going to save $15 million. Now, mind you, that might sound great at first. However, it's not. Because there's sometimes this would work. There's sometimes this would make sense. But think about this. You're not getting any of this cap space throughout the time that you would need it during the offseason. So you wouldn't be able to sign anyone with this money until after June 1st, which then this would be added to your account essentially. You would get $15 million the rest of the year. Here's where I pause as to why that's not great. Not only do you not get that money during this time, right? This is the most important time to have that money. Not only do you not get that money at that time, but also think about this. You see this right here? That's 2025 dead cap. That is $10 million. So this is a stretch provision. For those of you who don't remember the NBA, you used to be able to stretch a certain... you don't know the NBA. Whatever, you know what I mean. Luol Deng, for instance. Laker fans out there. Luol Deng, right, had a ridiculous deal. It was like 4 years, $72 million. Probably wrong, but it was something ridiculous. So the Lakers stretched it out over the course of X amount of years. They did decide to do it. Yeah, I think you could do it once every 10 years or so. I don't know how it works. But the point of the stretch provision is you take money that you owe and you basically spread it out over, the next few years. The NFL doesn't have a stretch provision. This is the closest thing to it. So you take this money and you save $15 million in 2024 cap after June 1st. But then the 2025 dead cap number goes up to 10. So you're adding $10 million in dead money next year. You're already starting from behind because you chose to do this. So it's not like you're getting this money to spend right here. You have to wait. That could be a deal breaker. And for me, I think it is, because it's not even about waiting for the money. I don't want $10 million in dead money next year. I don't want to start off the year like that. And if you trade him, so he's not getting traded unless it's before June 1st. If you trade him post June 1st, you only save $10 million. You don't get the $15 million. So this is not an option, in my opinion. I don't think the Rams, who are trying to get rid of dead money, who already did, but I don't think they want to add more to their plate in 2025. And it's not like this goes over here. So I hope I explained that well enough. But essentially, Joseph Nopum, he's probably going to get cut. You're probably going to see a giant 15 million dead money number. But don't fret, because all that means is this. Saves 5 million. Look. The dead money doesn't matter. It's 2024. You don't accrue any dead money in 2025 if you do this. So he's off the books entirely after this season. And again, it's not really dead money because you're not saving. It's not like a penalty. You know what I mean? You're not saving any. You're saving 5 million. So this 15 million is just being paid to him. You're not freeing it up. So basically, a way to look at it, so you're not confused, is you only just save 5 million. There you go, 96. You could get up to 100, basically. You could almost get to 100. I think you can get to 100. That would be the way to get to 100. Letting Coleman Shelton opt out, restructuring Tyler Higbee, and you get to 100 million cap space. That is pretty freaking crazy. Remember when they were in cap hell? You remember that? When the Rams were in cap hell? Remember all the Niner fans that were saying they're done? It's going to take 5-10 years for them to get back to where they were. Just saying, folks. I got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. Not done with my draft content, but the off-season content for the free agency and all that. Just saying. My next video, I will be doing I'll be doing a mock off-season in a sense. So free agency. We'll do all of our, transactions here. I'll predict. I'm not even going to say what I would do. The next video, I'm going to predict what the Rams would do with free agency in the offseason. That includes signings, like re-signings, trades, anything like that that I could see them doing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to project that on this thing. Then after that, with the money saved and knowing who is on the roster, the next video after that will be a mock draft. Buckle up. Get ready. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. A little different video, but I felt like it was necessary. So again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.